How can I hit with topspin and hard at the same time? I know that's a question that most of you ask yourselves, and that's something that I used to ask myself. I used to be able to hit either with a rough topspin or hit really hard with and flat. I have almost like a full Western grip, like most of you know, but even like that, most of the times I could hit really flat, and I couldn't really find out what was I doing wrong. So what did I do? I recorded myself, but after I recorded myself, I couldn't really find anything that I was doing really wrong. My elbow was pretty far back from my body, I was doing a good follow through, I was brushing up, even like we know, like that's not the thing that we should be doing, but don't worry about it, I'm gonna explain you how to do it. So what did I do? I thought that it would be a great idea to compare myself with another professional tennis players, so it's where I could find the difference between me and them. What were they doing differently? So first of all, I picked Djokovic because I personally like him. So I took his forehand, and most of the parts he was doing is very similar to me, but there was a point where he was doing completely differently. And it was the way where he was finishing the backswing and about to start the motion forward. When he was getting to this point, his racket was completely facing the ground. My racket was facing forward, it was facing the net. So I checked him and I was like, okay, it might be just coincidence, it might be just him, everyone hits a different forehand, so it might be just him. So let's check another one, the master of topspin, Rafa Nadal. Let's check, he gets here ready, he goes down, boom, the racket is facing the ground again. I was like, oh, I mean, this might be something very interesting that none of the pros that I have been working with teach me before. So I was like, let's check Federer. He gets here, he goes down, boom, again, racket facing the ground. Let's check Del Potro. He has an amazing forehand. He goes here, he goes down. It's like, oh shit, he doesn't do it. He's actually the only one out of the ones that I saw that he doesn't do it. So I was like, if most of the pros do it, why don't I try to do it? Why don't I try to copy them? So I started working on that. I started going down. I started focusing on getting down with the racket here, facing the ground. And all of a sudden, I found a huge difference on the amount of topspin that I was getting on the ball without losing power. So I was able to get topspin, but the ball was also moving really fast on the other direction. So all of a sudden, my forehand improved so much in a matter of days just because of that small change. And that's exactly what I'm gonna teach you how to do it on today's video. So I'm gonna explain you exactly how to do it and the drills that you're gonna be able to do by yourself or with a partner on the other side, so you can do it with live ball, so you can improve this huge thing on the forehand that you will see that is going to allow you to get way more topspin without losing any kind of power. So now I'm going to show you how most of players do, because I found out that most recreational, even intermediate or some advanced players end up doing these mistakes. So I'm going to show you with a slow motion exactly what's wrong on this forehand. So you will see on this video how the racket is open on the backswing and I brush up, but I'm not really able to get so much power or spin on the ball. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you a few drills that are going to allow you to improve on this part of the forehand. So, for the first drill, we're not going to even need a partner. The only thing you're going to need is some balls that I hope you have already. So, for the first one, what we're going to do is, you're going to need to put the racket facing the ground. Whatever grip you have is going to be fine. You can even do it with Eastern, you can do it semi-Western, Western, whatever grip you use on the forehand is going to work. Put the racket facing the ground, and from here, the only thing we're going to do is do the follow through finishing up. So here, racket facing the ground, just move the racket forward. Make sure to not open the racket as you go forward. That's a mistake that so many beginners do. They twist their wrist. Make sure you keep it fixed. So here, racket down, go forward and get the topspin. Racket down, forward, get the topspin. You're going to see that already with this drill, you're able to get some kind of topspin and power at the same time, not even doing the backswing. So here, go forward. Here, I'm going to do it with a different grip now. Here, go forward, okay? So now, for the second drill, what we're going to do is going to be a little bit different. We're going to start already with the body turn. So what we're going to do is, we're going to have one ball on the left hand. The racket is going to be facing the side fence. So from here, we're going to need to go down, put the racket facing the ground, and swing at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let the ball go down and accelerate. So I'm here, I'm going to go down and accelerate at the same time. Again here, go down, make sure the racket is facing the ground and do the follow through. One more time here, racket facing the ground and from there accelerate. And you will be able to see already a lot of topspin on those balls, okay? So now, for the next drill that we're going to do, we're going to start doing the whole backswing. We're going to start in right position I could suggest you for the first ones to start with the forehand grip already, so it's going to be a little bit easier to do the backswing properly. And from here, we're going to try to implement all these other two things. So make sure you master one of the drills, starting from the first one here, then here, and now the whole thing, because if you don't master the easiest one, how are you going to do it completely? So what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly the same. Now it's looking forward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to toss, I'm going to open, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to swing with topspin, okay? So again, here, open, go down, and hit with topspin. And I'm going to do it one more time. Here, open, face the ground, and hit one more time. Make sure you get topspin on all those balls, okay? That's going to be the most important thing. So now, I'm going to give you a couple of easy live ball drills that you can practice with a partner to keep practicing this very important part of closing the face of the racket on your forehand. So it's where you can do it on a live ball drill, and it's going to be a little more interacting for you. So for the first, you're going to rally with your forehand crosscourt, but on every forehand, you're going to make sure that you start down here. So you're going to wait until the racket gets here, then you're going to swing, and then as soon as you finish the motion, I want you to get ready and wait with the racket down here, facing the ground. If you don't do that and you try to do everything together, you will notice yourself that you're going to end up opening the racket again. You're going to go to your old habits because that's what your body is telling you to do. So make sure your racket is facing the ground, wait there. Once the ball comes to you, just do the follow through, and after that, go back to this position. And for the last one, what we're going to do is we're going to start on this position right here, on the unit turn position. Okay, the shoulders are already turned, the racket is here. Make sure your racket is facing the side fence, and from here you're going to focus on going down and forward. And right after you finish, you're going to get back to this position again, go down and then forward. So now you know the drills. What I want you to do is go out and practice it. If you know the drills but you don't put it on practice, what's the point of watching our videos? Your tennis is not going to improve if you just keep watching, but you don't implement anything. So make sure you go whenever you have some time trying to implement these drills, and please tell me in the comments below if these drills help you out and get more topspin on those forehand. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again. The only thing you're going to need is some balls that I hope you have already. So what we're going to do, you're going to some balls. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like